Do do do. Howdy, y'all. Woo! We get to go pick and find the next monster. We gotta go hunting for the next beastie. Which one is on the prowl? Ooh, is it that one? Ooh, it's that one. Wait, did I do that one? I think I did. It's this guy. I think I was waiting for this one. Ooh, look at that thing. Kawauso. So, technically, if I remember correctly, this word means lie. Riverotter. So, or something like that. Anyway. Kawauso. Riverotter. Anyway. This is basically what I want to reincarnate into. Not technically yokai, but when I die, if I reincarnate, I'm going to want to become a riverotter because human beings are basically not worth reincarnating back into. Besides, they can when they actually mate for life. Riverotters do. So, what's the point? Anyway, these are basically just riverotters, period, in the story. Riverotters are found all over Japan. Really? They're usually under a meter in length. A meter, that's about up to my hips, actually. And that probably includes down to from the tip of his nose all the way to its tail. But yeah, basically my point is I haven't met with a lady who I would be able to date, have a relationship with, because either, again, most of them are too old, too young, taken already, or gay. And I'm thinking, okay, I can't date a gay lady. Well, technically it's so weird. You technically logically can, but morally they wouldn't want to date you because they're not attracted. Remember, if you can't date someone, like if I'm not going to date a man because, hey, I'm not attracted to that, you would also want to date someone because also looks. We all date based on our looks. I'm not sure how otters mate with each other, but animal kingdom, there are points of us where they say we evolved from animals. We're a monkey. We have DNA of dogs. We have this blah blah blah. And then they're saying like, okay, evolution. There are points of that, but then there's also proof of wondering, do we really have stuff? Because we don't seem to be acting like those. Maybe we really were not supposed to be on this planet. Maybe we're supposed to be somewhere else. Anyway, let's just go back to this because this is much more interesting topic than my miserable. Anyway, yeah, they're apparently shy and playful. They do eat fish and small animals, but they don't eat humans. Rawr. As most of these wild animals, these guys have eventually developed magic powers reaching old age. Reminds me of the joke on the internet. Well, if you're a man or a woman and you are actually age 30 years old and you're still a virgin, you automatically get magic powers. And let's just say my youngest sibling has already crossed that path of being 30 and plus, and so a virgin. So technically, my brother, my sister, and I are wizards. So these ones develop magic powers when they get old. They are basically shapeshifters. A lot of yokai in Japan seem to have the ability to shapeshift. A lot of ghosts, period, seem to have that ability. Accurately copying sounds. They love alcohol and are usually only seen in human areas trying to acquire sake. They are playful yokai, well known for their tricks and mischief, but rarely dangerous. See, that's the thing. Humans are the dangerous creatures. We make these things dangerous. We make life dangerous because of who we are. The question I want to know is, what are we? Did we come from another planet? Are we actually aliens seeking another place to find life and are scared of the future? Anyway, so these pranking riverotters, they basically, they prank humans, mimicking sounds and words. They enjoy calling out human names or random words as strangers walk by in the street, watching their confusion and reaction. They are fond of magically snuffing out lanterns. Hey, that's rude. In the night, and leaving travelers stranded in the dark. These guys sometimes even transform into beautiful young women to try to seduce the men, only to run away laughing when the men take the hook. See, that is so wrong. But there's actually it's called the Marfa-lites. The Marfa-lites in the state Texas, because there's actually a city called Marfa, Texas. And if you're lost, in the night and leaving travelers stranded in the dark, they say these lights come out of nowhere and they actually help you find. All they do is you just follow them and they just help you find a thing, like a cave or a hidden area, so they can sleep there for the night. And then by the morning comes, you actually hear cars and you go, oh, I was by the road. Thank you, mysterious lights. Occasionally, these guys will commit more violent deeds. In the instances near castles in Ishikawa, one, dressed up as a beautiful woman, lured men to the water's edge to eat them. Oh, that's not right. Discarding half the eaten body into the moat. But stories like these are very rare. That's good. I mean, who would want to hear, I got eaten by because riverotters do eat meat, but do you really think they'd eat a human being? Maybe. Why do you think cats do? They say that if you die and you have a cat or 3 or 4, they said within about 2 to 3 days, they said that cats will nibble on the owner's flesh. Well, they do need to eat food somewhere. How about that? Ew. As a matter of fact, one of my neighbors, 3, 4 houses down, she was pretty old. She had a lot of cats. She died about a month or so ago. I don't think she was being nibbled on, but she had cats. She was old. She passed off, and then they found her, and then I think it was their grandson or nephew that found her, and now he owns the house, and he just tossed everything away. But if you do have a cat, I'd probably not. A lot of people. That's the one thing about the cats. They say don't buy cats. They would eat your. That might be just a rumor. Who knows? But if you find a river otter who's wishing to try to eat you, that's weird. Anyway, a very famous disguise is that of a younger beggar child wearing a big straw hat. You mean like Luffy? They use this child form to sneak into town to buy alcohol from the shops. The ruse. I didn't read that. The ruse often falls apart when the disguised creature is asked, "Who is it?" or where it came from. Caught off guard, they simply repeat the last words spoken, or make funny nonsensical sounds. This ruins disguise and gives away its nature. Surprise! Yeah, I've heard stories like that too, where you have to basically say something strange, or well, anyway, doesn't matter. This guy, I like these guys. These are kind of cool. Riverotters don't have a lot of thick and fluffy fur like cats and dogs, but these ones are pretty cool.